entrepreneur. This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. Welcome to this special presentation entitled, What is an Angel Investor? And the 5 things you probably need to know about them before you get serious about whether or not you should utilize one. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is going to try and answer the burning question, which is, what is an angel investor? And more importantly, why would any savvy entrepreneur such as yourself or myself ever need one? And while we're at it, we might want to contrast that and discuss what's the difference between an angel investor and a good old venture capitalist, or VC for short. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, there's 5 things you probably need to know about angel investors, who they are, and what they do. This video will cover them briefly. Here's the first thing you need to know. The basic difference between your typical angel investor and a venture capitalist is simply this. Basically, angel investors tend to be wealthy individuals just like venture capitalists. However, they're typically former small business corporate entrepreneurs. And unlike venture capitalists, angel investors invest their own money. So in other words, they're not pooling tens, twenties, hundreds of millions of dollars the way a venture capitalist would. Venture capitalists brings together money, say, from pension funds that they've raised or insurance companies. These large conglomerates raise hundreds of millions of dollars, and then depending on all the projects they fund, maybe 5 million goes to this company, 20 million to this company, 3 million to that company, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. A angel investor is an individual that kind of does the same process, but on sort of a micro level, if you will. They may only invest $10,000 in one company and $5,000 in this. And the other thing is, angel investors tend to be more there as a mentor and a guide. I mean, they are investing in companies just like venture capitalists, but they tend to be there more so because they love entrepreneurs and they want to help out. And they're looking to invest in cash-strapped startups. People are at the beginning of their entrepreneurial journey, and they want to help you get up. And they're looking for a company, obviously, that has a good marketing plan, solid management team, and potential for some serious growth. Because ultimately, what they're expecting the company to do is be merged with another company or sold outright, and that's how they're going to get a return on their investment. Now, here's the second thing. Angel investors tend to, not always, but they like to invest right around in their own local geographic area or within the region. You know, they're not looking to go, if they say on New York, if they're on the East Coast, they're not looking to invest on the West Coast, that kind of thing. Whereas a venture capitalist, it wouldn't matter. So they tend to want to stay close to home, if you will. Here's the third thing. Just like a venture capitalist, ladies and gentlemen, please make no mistake, an angel investor invests in order to get an equity ownership interest in your company. In other words, they're going to buy stock in your company. So they will have an ownership interest, although they tend to be on your board of directors merely to be there as a mentor and a guide. And they'll have an ownership interest anywhere from, say, 10%. It could be as much as 50%, depending on the amount of money they actually invest. However, they are not there to be to determine the direction, if you will, of your company. What they're there to be is sort of your mentor and your guidepost. In fact, I don't know if you know the name Gary Vaynerchuk. He's big time entrepreneur online. He wrote this book, Crushing It, and he has a new book out now. He was recently being interviewed. I saw an interview in which he admitted openly that he's a angel investor for a company. He didn't disclose what the company is, or only that it's a small company. And this guy's doing, again, he's writing a check himself, because not because he's trying to take over somebody's company. He's got enough to do on his own. But the point is, the guy loves, bleeds, and drinks entrepreneurship. And he saw some company. I don't know. He didn't get into the details of how he found this company and this entrepreneur, but he decided to write a check with his own money. That's the point I'm trying to make. And that's what angel investors tend to do. They're writing their own checks because they believe in a project that they come across. Now, here's the fourth thing. They tend to invest, as I said, lower amounts of money. It could be as small as $5,000, in which case probably their ownership interest wouldn't be that large. Or it could be as much as 250,000. In fact, it could be a million or 10 million, depending on, say, if it's Donald Trump or somebody like that, or, Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook fame and wealth. The point is, they are writing the check themselves. Now, here's the other thing, the fifth thing that you should know. Angel investors tend to meet in groups and have committees just like venture capitalists, and they review the potential investments and they decide on which projects they're going to fund. But the difference being, again, they are looking to help a small business owner get to the next level, whatever that particular level may be. Whereas a venture capitalist is taking a stake in this company because they expect the company to either go public or to be sold, usually within 3 to 7 years, something like that. That's kind of, the basic standard uh, operating procedure for them. So this is just sort of, if you will, ladies and gentlemen, down and dirty look at what angel investors are, what they do, and how they kind of contrast uh, between a venture capitalist. And the other thing you need to understand is angel investors are not loaning money. As I said, they're taking an ownership interest in your company. They're going to get stock. So they don't, I don't want you to misunderstand. They don't make loans. They invest in companies and they get stock. And typically they help you manage and grow the business because they have the contacts, the experience, the leadership, and typically they're former entrepreneurs themselves. So they know all about the corporate structure, what needs to do, how you can raise money, and on and on and on. So this was just a sort of a down and dirty look at what an angel investor is and what they do, and hopefully that answered that question for you. So for those of you who want to discover how you can add additional 25% more gross profit to your bottom line and do so in the next 90 days or less without having to add any new customers or clients, then ladies and gentlemen, grab your free 9-page special report. Just head over to youcanmarketonlinenow.com/sales because that's where you can get it. This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. We'll see you again next time on the Marketing Minute.